Did you call bank? I called game.
Video was made possible and sponsored by MMOCS. Buy cheap NBA 2K MT at MMOCS.com. Use my promo code PACG and you can get a 5% discount. What is up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 15 players that have been traded to a different team. Trades have been happening like crazy because the trade deadline ends tomorrow, and I wanted to talk about the 15 interesting ones. Trade deadlines are happening like crazy. While I'm making this video right now, another trade just happened. Before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe to this channel. So the big one to talk about is Tobias Harris, who was traded from the Clippers now to the 76ers. This is insane news. Tobias Harris was borderline an all-star, and definitely would have been an all-star if he was in the East. Tobias Harris is crazy now that he is in the Philadelphia 76ers. Their starting lineup, there's only one other team that has a starting lineup of all 80 overalls at least. The Warriors and now the Sixers with Tobias Harris. Isn't that insane? Tobias Harris is considered the 4th best player on the team. I could see that. I don't have like a big disagreement with that. It's crazy that the Clippers' best player is the Sixers' 4th best player. That's weird to think about, isn't it? But the Sixers get an awesome player in return. They also get the tallest player in the NBA, Boban Marjanovic, who puts up amazing numbers. I wish they would play him more, and they might play him a lot more with the Sixers. He's the 2nd best center on this team, so hopefully they play him a lot. Another player they got is Mike Scott, who is just kind of like, okay, he's having a worse season than usual, so don't have a lot of hope for Mike Scott, but they got him, and who knows, he might have a good season. Here's the starting lineup for the Sixers: Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, Jimmy Jordan, freaking Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. Insane that they got Tobias Harris. I had the Celtics making the NBA Finals, but you know what? It might be the Sixers. Now to talk about what the Clippers got. So they didn't get a lot of pieces, and that's because they're trying to make as much money as possible, or have as much money as possible, to get big players in free agency. So because of this, they get young and super cheap player Landry Shamet, who's been playing great for his rookie season so far with the 76ers. A pretty good shooter. Great pickup for the Clippers in my opinion. They also get Mike Muscala, which is a whatever pickup. And they also get Wilson Chandler, who's been injured, but either way, he's playing his worst basketball in his entire career. So what they're basically doing is opening up money to have cap space to get free agents. I don't agree with the Clippers doing this, mainly because the Clippers had a great player in Tobias Harris and they let him go to maybe have a good team when they already had a pretty good team. I don't know if I agree with the Clippers on this one, man. I don't know. The next player to talk about now in the Milwaukee Bucks is Stanley Johnson, who's traded from the Pistons now to the Bucks. Now, Stanley Johnson is doing actually okay. He's not doing as bad as you may be thinking. He's only 22 years old. He's a good talent playing now on a really good team. He is a wing defender. He plays defense for the most part, but he can also score. He's not inept in scoring. He's not great, but he's not inept, right? I actually think the Bucks got a pretty good deal out of this with Stanley Johnson. Who knows, they might be able to turn him into a pretty dang good player. And I mean, the Bucks just have such a good team. I'm happy for them, and Stanley Johnson might end up having a really good season with the Bucks. So the Pistons got in return Thon Maker. Thon Maker, the 55-year-old dude. I had so much hope for Thon Maker coming out of high school. I thought he was going to be ridiculously good, and he just hasn't made it happen yet. I think that there's a chance, right? There's a possibility he could be really good, but it hasn't happened yet. Thon Maker's only 21 years old though. That's a good sign. He's athletic. He's 7'1". It's possible, it's there, but it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully with the Pistons, he'll be getting a lot more playing time because his team does not have a great bench at all. So he might get the opportunity to play a good amount, and who knows, he might end up being really good with the Pistons. I really hope that the Pistons and Bucks both end up being able to develop the young talent that they got. I think there's a good chance for that to happen. The Pistons really wanted young players because they traded with the Lakers also to get Svi. I'm just going to say Svi. I'm not going to be able to get this name right. So Svi, 21 years old, a good 3-point shooter on this team. He's young. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's, I believe, a rookie this season. You can't get upset with what you got there. The Pistons wanted young talent. They got young talent. Svi can shoot threes. Fills a hole they needed, I guess. So the Miami Heat trade some players for Ryan Anderson. Ignore Ryan Anderson because in reality, he's not going to be playing for this team. I mean, who knows, but they just traded players to get more money, to have good opportunities in the free agency because every team is doing that. Ryan Anderson is just here Don't expect him to stay. The Suns get in return Wayne Ellington, who is older, not having a good season at all. So Wayne Ellington isn't a great pickup for the Suns, but the one that matters a lot more is Tyler Johnson. So first of all, Tyler Johnson is the point guard that they've been needing because the Suns are having a point guard problem. They've been having a point guard problem all year. But Tyler Johnson is actually pretty good and puts up solid numbers and is playing pretty consistent. He is 26 years old though. But I do think this is a good pickup for the Suns. He has a 74 overall rating, but I believe that he could be even better in due time. Give him time. I believe Tyler Johnson could be pretty good for the Suns. Now, he did struggle the past couple games, but I think the Suns could change him a little bit. I think they can make him even better. We'll see, though. The Blazers traded with the Cavs, and they end up getting Rodney Hood. This is actually pretty dang important for the Blazers. First of all, he's a shooting guard that can play small forward, so he could be the starting small forward for this team. Rodney Hood played great with the Jazz. He went to the Cavs and just sucked. But maybe that's because of the system. Maybe he's a system player, and that means what if the Trailblazers are a great system? I mean, we already know they're being coached amazingly. They know how to play with each other. Now they have Rodney Hood, who has the potential to be pretty good, and they pick this player up. I think that Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Nurkic can all make Rodney Hood be a pretty dang good player. So that's why I'm actually pretty happy for Rodney Hood. I believe they have a good opportunity to make Rodney Hood pretty dang good in this league. But we shall see. It's a little gamble that they're taking. But the Cavs trade with the Blazers and they get in return Wade Baldwin. He's a 68 overall young. I mean, he isn't very good, but he doesn't play a lot, to be fair. The Cavs is the perfect opportunity to get some playing time and see if you're good or not. So I hope that Wade Baldwin ends up being pretty good with the Cavs, but you never know. He might suck too. We'll see. The last and pretty important pickup is Reggie Bullock. So here's the thing with Reggie Bullock, right? The Lakers traded Svi for Reggie Bullock. He's 27 years old, but this is the thing about Reggie Bullock that's important. He is a sharp shooter, a pretty good three-point shooter. He's having a not as good as usual season so far, but again, it could be system, whatever. He could be actually shooting some pretty good threes for the Lakers this season. They also might really need him if they trade for Anthony Davis because they're going to need a solid bench if they trade a lot of pieces. And Reggie Bullock could be that piece. We'll see what happens there, but Reggie Bullock is a lot more important to this team, and that trade is a lot more important than I think people are giving it credit for, because if Anthony Davis is traded for that entire Lakers team, they're going to need Reggie Bullock for sure this season. A lot of trades are happening. My phone's blowing up right now, and I think Waj is tweeting crazy stuff. I haven't looked yet. What do you guys think about these trades? Which trades were cash and which trades were trash? Leave it in the comments below. I still can't believe Tobias Harris is on the 76ers. That's an insane trade. If you like this channel, give it a sub, be an OG, and I'll see you guys next time.
Did you call back?